The gabagool.
We had sandwiches brought in the other night. Forward ham, salami, gabagool.
Today, we are deciding
No more pain, no more clearing.
which TV dramas
Who shot JR?
are the best of all time. Save it for your mamas.
I believe we can find the door.
Find it now.
You come anywhere near me, my family, or Ruth again, the next time you see your son, he's gonna be hanging from a bridge in Juarez. You got that?
Everyone said it was the bomb.
Oh, they said it was the bomb.
This is the way. Really?
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Welcome back to the Twerk Ethics Show. Welcome, everybody. They made it. They're here. Yep. Oh, man, and it's a good one. And glad you're here. It's a good one. Almost all of you. I'm kidding. Today, everybody's welcome. I don't know if you're ready for this. We are doing TV dramas. Rushmore. Yep. And I was going to save it for our mamas, but let's just do it anyway. Okay. The rules. Oh. Let's talk about the rules. There are no rules. There's not many. Oh, I think the only rule is that it's not a true comedy show. Oh. So like a Seinfeld doesn't count. Right. Yeah. But most other shows are just dramas, right? Sure. I put in here too, it can be a miniseries. It doesn't have to be like 8 seasons or whatever. Yeah. But it does have to be a series. It can't be a movie. Right. It has to have episodes. That's right. Some guidelines. It's like something you binge watch. Yeah. And it can be from any time period. So if you got Dallas, Who Shot JR?
Who shot JR on Dallas? I'll just bet Cliff Barnes did the dirty deed.
When the smoke's cleared, dear, you'll find that it was Vaughn Leland.
Well, people list the 10 most likely suspects, and Vaughn sounds very unlikely to me, Sherlock.
People asked 11 Texas celebrities who done it, and one of them agreed with me.
There's even this Who Shot JR poll. People's asking everybody to vote.
Everybody who follows Dallas should treat themselves.
Treat their family.
To this week's.
Good. So, you ready to just get right into this, Joker?
You know what?
What?
Let's just do it.
Nike. Today's Rushmore is TV dramas.
Save it for your mama.
Binge-worthy.
Oh.
Right?
Yes.
Like I said, though, it could be a miniseries. It could be just 5 episodes. So, Rushmore. We're going to, this is each of our top 4 personal opinions. Yep. We are going to rank them. We'll round robin. We'll go 4, 3, 2.
Round your mom.
Then we'll do rock, paper, scissors to see.
His mom's name's Robin.
Trust me. Yeah. I got there.
Yeah.
It just took me a minute.
I was telling the people.
Yeah. My mom's name is Robin.
Yep.
So I said round Robin. He said round your mom.
There we go.
Classic Cooley. We'll do rock, paper, scissors.
Sweet lady, by the way.
For honorable mentions.
Okay.
Then we'll do number 1. Nathan Cooley.
Yes, sir.
Got your list?
I got it right here. Yeah. And then he pulls out a cigar.
Yes. Harry Connick Jr. Number 4.
In the greatest movie ever, Independence Day.
TV drama. Oh, yeah. Me and Sarah Carter just watched Sleepless in Seattle. Have you seen that?
Nope.
You need to watch that movie. Excellent.
I would if I had someone to watch it with.
Watch it by yourself and then dream. That's what I used to do.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen it many times
That's
before
true.
I met Sarah Carter.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll watch it many times before I meet Lauren Jbara.
There you go.
She's a bitch.
In Sleepless Seattle, one of the main supporting characters, that's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's a supporting character that is throughout the movie, is Bill Pullman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
I knew he was in it, yeah.
It was like, wow, this is weird because that's the precedent.
That's POTUS, bro.
Okay, all right. Number 4, TV drama. In your opinion, this is the number 4th best TV show you've ever binged that isn't a comedy. All right, we've set it up enough.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I'm glad you explained it like that because this is how I feel. And number 4 is way different than all the rest of mine. The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
That's about Mandalore. And well, this one Mandalorian anyway. So, and it like, when does it take place? I think it's after Return of the Jedi somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
So explain. Okay. You got me into Star Wars a little bit.
I did. But I started you off originally the wrong way.
Which movie was that?
Which was with Darth Maul here behind me. The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Which is not the best movie.
No.
Actually, all the prequels are kind of bad.
But then we changed course.
Yeah.
And I watched episode 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I did like that.
Yeah.
I also liked The Force Awakens.
Yeah. That was cool. Had some callbacks.
And I did watch the first season of The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
And I liked it because it was very much a Western.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, what made this be on your Rushmore? What about Mandalorian were you just like, God, this is so good?
Well, it was a good story. It was a fresh story. But it was surrounded by characters that you knew, especially the second season when the creators Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, just who grew up Star Wars fans, they're just like, all right, we're bringing all or as many OG people as we can back to this franchise. I was like, which is what the prequels didn't do. Obviously, it was a new story. It was, in the beginning, basically, of the Skywalker series.
Yeah.
Which I totally get, but it just wasn't done that well.
Yeah.
They CGI'd the crap out of it.
Yeah.
So, but The Mandalorian is shot in what's called the volume, which is basically you're surrounded by screens and it's like a circle shape. And the technology is just ridiculous. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But it's just a giant LED screen. And when you're walking on sand, you're actually walking on sand, but it goes with the background of the volume.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're on, a desert planet basically, which is a lot of this takes place anyway.
Is it over or are there more seasons?
I think there's more coming.
Okay. How many seasons are there?
There's 3.
Okay.
I think. Is it 3? I can't remember. There are 3 seasons. Yes, I was correct.
Okay.
Only because it was like in between the Boba Fett series, which he's also wears Mandalorian gear. So it's just kind of like, so it kind of overlaps with that. But, yes, absolutely. But Mandalorian, he's pretty awesome. And when you're Mandalorian, you're not allowed to take off your mask. This is the way.
Really?
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is the way.
So
if you're true Mandalorian.
Would you argue, because I had a lot of fun coming up with this list. Mm-hmm. Would you argue like the best TV drama? I mean, maybe drama is the best part of this word, but like when you get done with a season, let's not even talk about the series.
Okay.
Just a season.
Right.
Don't you audibly just want to go, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're so satisfied.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh my God.
This is why this is in my top 4. Because after every season, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Now, season 3 had a good ending to where if they wanted to stop doing the series, they totally could.
Okay.
So that, I don't know if they're going to come out with season 4 or not. If they leave it alone, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because season 2, I mean, all the seasons were great, but season 2 was just so epic.
Okay.
And I nerded out and watched YouTube of other people's. Our friends from Heroes Reforged, they watched it and they put it on YouTube. And their reactions got me
They're great.
Hyped up too.
They're great. If you somehow listen to this, your show's awesome.
Augustine, what up? Adam, Hector.
Well,
so but yeah, so that's my number 4.
Time for me to do 4, I guess.
It's so good. Yeah.
My number 4, I did the least amount of research for this one. So this one might be the shorter one, but my number 4.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Breaking Bad.
Sheesh.
Fun fact. Okay. You and I lived together when I watched this.
That's right.
We did not watch it together.
Me too. Yeah.
But I actually almost lost my job because of this show. This was the only show that I've ever watched where the binging got dangerous. I became a worse person. It's the whole classic thing that you've heard where like you're like, well, this episode gets done at midnight. Okay, cool. Then I'll go to bed. Well, then it gets midnight and you're like, well, I'll just be tired tomorrow and go to bed at 1. Well, it gets 1 and you're like, well, I don't have to shower tomorrow. And then it got to, I don't have to do that meeting tomorrow. So then I would get in my work calendar like 3 in the morning and I would cancel a meeting.
Wow.
So I didn't have, like, dude, it was bad.
I totally get it, bro.
It was horrible. Like I was so.
It's so addictive.
Addicted to this show.
Yeah. Yep.
It was so good.
Which is, one of the main things about this show.
And Bryan Cranston.
Oh my gosh.
Role of a lifetime.
So good.
Role of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Everyone said it was the bomb.
Oh, they said it was the bomb. And who were they, I wonder? A bunch of meth heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should know, right?
Yeah, well.
Like, I will say this. Mm-hmm. My number 4 got moved down to an honorable mention.
Okay.
And that was going to be Ozark.
So you went back and forth.
It was going to be Ozark.
Oh, okay.
The reason I went with Breaking Bad.
I need to see that one.
I went with Breaking Bad because Breaking Bad was before Ozark.
Sure.
And Ozark took a lot of themes and stuff from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
On purpose or not on purpose.
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is Breaking Bad kind of did it first.
Yeah.
But man, Ozark was the junk.
Yeah.
Ozark is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life, but I
need to binge that then.
I had to give it to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Because nothing I'd never seen anything like that. It was just so original.
Ahead of its time. Bro.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And now the one that I have not seen that I need to see is Better Call Saul. I
haven't watched all that.
I've heard it's just as good.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
And some people say it's better. And I'm like, really? A spinoff better?
Bob Odenkirk.
But it is Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Well, I don't want to spend any more time on that one because I didn't do as much background on that one. But number 4 for me was going to be Ozark, but I decided Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And for you Ozark fans out there, I'm sorry, but it's still on my honorables. It's still one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Cooley, number 3. What you got?
Coral.
Carl.
Is that how he says it?
Carl.
Coral.
Carl. Carl.
Carl! 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 Carl!
Walking Dead.
Oh, I haven't seen The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Now I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen most of it.
Yeah. Well, they had a lot.
Yeah. I think they went 11 seasons, I think. Something like that. But yeah, dude, what night did it come on? Was it Tuesday or something like that? Anyway, whatever night it came on, I was just like, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
Plus, they shoot it in Georgia, and the first season involves Atlanta a lot. So that's kind of, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of on board with this because, I've lived here for almost 20 years. So I was like, this is kind of cool. It's kind of homegrown, I like it. So, and the characters are top notch. And
yeah.
So, but when what's his name? Andrew Lincoln, I think.
I couldn't tell you.
But anyway, when
Pee Wee Herman,
when his character left the show, then I kind of lost interest and stopped watching. So, but I still need to finish it. But from what I've seen, which is multiple seasons, I think I got it to season 8 or something like that. And, but what I have seen, I'm just like, wow, this
you're not alone.
Show's intense, bro.
A lot of people like that show.
Yeah.
In fact, friend of mine, old friend of mine, and previous drummer in our band.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Chris Hodge, if you're listening. Number 1.
What up, Hodge?
What up? Number 2, he was a extra. He was a zombie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's like like from what I could tell, it seems like it was like a dream of his, and he got to do it. So I don't know.
That is awesome.
I think he did tell me what episode it is. I just have to go find it. But he was in it, and it was like,
leave it in the comment, Chris.
It was like,
I want to look at it. Look him up.
And then Mike was telling me that they like built a whole city to film that show. I think. Like,
basically, yeah.
So I don't know anything about it, but I definitely know.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a ton of time on it because I don't want to be a downer.
Okay.
I just don't zombie. I like. Yeah. I like World War Z and all that kind of stuff. I can't.
Yeah.
Other than Shaun of the Dead, I couldn't really get into zombies.
Yeah.
I don't like This Is Us, which is another like very big show right now.
Big time.
But that's just a personal thing. It doesn't mean the show's bad. I just personally don't get into zombies.
Is it The Last of Us? Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe that's it. Did I say This Is Us?
Yeah, something
that's
like that.
two totally different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Is Us is like the NBC, like super heartfelt. Family, whatever.
That's right.
No, I don't mean This Is Us.
Yeah.
I do The Last of Us. That's what I meant. Yeah.
The star in that, he plays Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, mad respect for all this stuff. I just don't get into zombies.
Yeah. But, for sure. I mean, Walking Dead came out at the right time because that's when zombie fever was kicking in, So, but I mean, that's why I was interested in it, but it's probably why I didn't finish it because I was all zombied out.
I did like Zombieland. That was funny.
Oh, yeah, with
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was great.
That's awesome.
Snowballs. Yeah. Snowballs? Where's the Twinkies? I like snowballs. I hate coconut, not the taste, the consistency. Fresh.
It's time for my number 3.
Okay.
My number 3 goes down as it is a miniseries.
Okay.
It goes down, in my personal opinion,
miniseries,
and a lot of other people's personal opinion, as the greatest World War II media of all time.
Okay.
Easy Company.
Yeah.
Major Richard Winters. Band of Brothers.
Dick Winters, bro.
Dick Winters, man. Oh my gosh.
He's a beast.
When I watched this for the first time, my mind was literally blown out of my head. Like I could not believe what I saw.
Yeah.
And I've seen it 30 times since then. And nothing against the Pacific, but it's nothing on Band of Brothers.
No, it's totally different.
And like I also read the book, and I have to say, dude, as good as the book was, the series was better.
Oh,
like that never happens.
All people always say the book, like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, all of them.
I found this
true nerds are like, hey,
I found
books are better.
This meme I wanted to show you. It says, "You may be cool, but you'll never be Easy Company sipping on Hitler's wine on top of an eagle's nest cool." Look at this.
Oh my gosh. Is that an actual photo?
That I don't know. Let me see.
Is that the real Easy Company?
I think it is the real Easy Company. Yeah. Like you're on
talk
top
about a view, by the way.
That
Hitler was a bad dude, but man, he knew how to pick some landscapes.
There were two. Yeah, that's true. Wow. Okay. So sorry. There are two things that I really wanted to get into with this. One is how this relates to the World War II Museum.
Oh, yeah.
And then I wanted to share some things about the show.
Yeah.
So let's start with that.
Okay.
You and I both have been to the World War II Museum in New Orleans at the
top notch
Andrew Higgins factory, which is where they made the Higgins boats, which are the things that look like dumpsters. And you just like the back
floating
latch,
dumpsters.
Yeah, floating dumpster, and the back latch would fall down and whatever. Anyway, Dwight Eisenhower said we won the war because of Andrew Higgins. So they decided to do the museum there in New Orleans.
Yeah,
and you and I both didn't have time. Like
no,
the wife and I, we went there for 5 hours, and we only went to 2 out of the 5 buildings.
Sounds about right.
And we didn't. I wasn't reading every single thing.
Yeah.
But the reason this is related is that the World War II Museum was curated by Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, and Stephen Ambrose that did Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
So just,
yeah, so good, man.
if you're ever in New Orleans, you have to get there. It is the greatest museum I've ever seen in my life.
And they've built since we've been. They were in process of building like, I think 1 or 2 more buildings.
I got to go.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
So
I would love to go again.
Here's some things. I'll try to go through them kind of fast, but this is just unbelievable. Band of Brothers, 10,000 extras were used. 500 speaking roles. And as you can imagine, massive wardrobe department.
Yeah.
By the time they finished the 3rd episode, the special effects department had gone through more pyrotechnics than we used in the entire Saving Private Ryan movie. And they had 7 episodes left to film.
Oh my gosh. Dude, yeah. The 2nd episode, Day of Days.
Oh my gosh.
I'll get to that later.
Each Band of Brothers episode cost $12 million.
Sheesh. So
$125 million for them to do it. That doesn't, by the way, that's production.
Yeah.
That's not marketing. That's to make it.
That's crazy.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is the guns were real.
Oh, really?
So like a lot of the stuff, like when they, like if a pistol's in their holster, that was rubber.
Okay.
But like if they had a gun out,
yeah,
and they were in battle, and especially if they were shooting it, it was a real gun, like
Really?
a real ancient, like because they wanted it to be authentic.
Authentic, yeah. Okay. Wow. No way.
Insane?
I didn't know that.
So
that's crazy.
I think that
no wonder it looked real.
Basically brings me to the point of why it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It was the most realistic thing I could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
For what I envisioned World War II being. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Dude, so good.
All right. That was my number 3.
I like it.
Number 2 for you. Go ahead and hit me.
Yo, Mr. White.
Yo, Mr. White, I can't even pronounce half this shit.
Breaking. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, Heisenberg himself, Breaking Bad. Yep.
It's hard not to put that on your Rushmore.
Yeah. I mean, people today just think it's the best show that was ever made.
Yeah.
And even though I don't agree with that, I can't argue with that either because it was so good. Bryan Cranston was great. The woman who played his wife, Anna Gunn.
Oh, yeah.
She was stellar, man. She was so good. And all of them were.
Just everything about that show, man.
Gosh.
Like the story, the plot, the twist, the suspense, the corruption, the science.
The corruption was hard for the audience because and I heard it from other people too, just like even though, Walter White meant well, he was still doing corrupt stuff.
Yes.
But you rooted for him because, it's like, first of all, he's dying of cancer. That's backbreaking to begin with anyway. So you're just like, but you want to root for him because he's like, he doesn't like mean harm to people, but it happens.
He is a classic anti-hero.
Yeah.
He is
for
like
sure.
Perfect example of that.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
God, that show was
so, yeah.
And you used to always say that when we lived together. You'd be like, yo, Mr. White.
Yo, Mr. White. I remember this kind of popped in my brain. This is hilarious. But when A-Town, my band, took an RV to go to, and you already know what's coming. We took an RV to Charlottesville to go play a gig.
Yeah.
We were going downtown through Charlottesville. We were there on accident because we were looking for a Sheetz gas station to eat at.
Yeah.
And the one we went to was right downtown. And it was in the middle of October.
That reminded me of the bit we did about if Sheetz had a chapel, it'd be called Holy Sheets.
Yes.
And if they sold alcohol, it'd be 3 sheets to the wind.
3 sheets to the wind.
She's a lady in the streets, but a freak at the sheets.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. their menus all over the place. It's crazy. But anyway, we're downtown, and it was October, so school was in session. That's the home of University of Virginia, and everybody was out, and it was just like a perfect night. Virginia weather, just gorgeous in the fall. So we were going down in an RV, and I was like, open up the window. I'm like, yo, Mr. White. And back then, like the band didn't vape or anything, but now the guys, some of them vape in there, and I'm just like, we had smoke just pouring out of this thing, I'm just like, this has been. Of course, we probably would have been pulled over too, but who knows?
It would have been an exact replica.
Yeah, we're just like, no, we're busy right now. We're cooking. Sorry. But I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, Breaking Bad, just one of the best shows ever made.
Obviously, I agree with you because it's on my Rushmore. And as you know, the points you're making, it's like, this is why I had to push Ozark down.
Yeah.
Because like Breaking Bad's also kind of stood
which I need to watch. I haven't seen Ozark yet.
Breaking Bad has stood the test of time. But hey, if you like Breaking Bad, Ozark, dude, you got to watch it.
And I love Jason Bateman. He's
it's
so
amazing.
good.
You come anywhere near me, my family, or Ruth again, the next time you see your son, he's going to be hanging from a bridge in Juarez. You got that?
So now we are at my number 2.
Your number 2.
Number 2.
I watched Austin Powers not too long ago.
Oh, what
the reference.
What a great movie.
So good.
Okay, my number 2 is a show I realize not a lot of people have watched, but I'm very into presidential history, very into American history, and I'm very into actual politics, not the stuff you see on the news.
Yeah, that's hardly politics.
Yeah. So my number 2,
I do have the Mitch McConnell speech nailed down.
You
ready?
You? Go for it. Brilliant. Nate, hey.
There we go.
You back?
I'm sorry.
Perfect.
Did I say anything?
That was the best Mitch McConnell impression you've ever done.
Come on.
The best, or number 2, one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my life. When I got done, I was like, I don't know what to do with myself. This is one of the most genius creations I've ever watched in my life. It's The West Wing.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Nice. Yeah.
It just...
I haven't seen that.
It's kind of like Band of Brothers in the sense of like, it is so ridiculously accurate.
Okay.
And somehow it's very warm. It's like warm and it feels good, even though it's political.
That's what Clinton said.
What was your favorite Clinton quote?
We did it in the West Wing.
We did it in the West Wing.
It was warm, comfortable,
and feel good.
And feel good.
Even though it's political.
Yeah. Even though he never inhaled.
Yeah. I did not have sex or sexual relations.
Yeah.
So speaking of the Clinton scandal, actually, this show was delayed a year before it started because if you brought up the White House during the scandal, it was just a punchline.
Yeah.
And they didn't think that people would take
SNL took care of that.
They didn't think people would take the show seriously during the scandal. So they literally delayed the start of the show
That's crazy.
For a year.
I didn't know that.
But
which is funny that I bring up Clinton.
Yeah.
Because of that.
But one of the main reasons I love the show is Aaron Sorkin. He is one of the best writers ever. He's one of those that he demands that the dialogue be exactly right.
Yeah.
Like you're not allowed to improv, which in comedy, I would disagree with that. But what he was doing, when you watch the show, you totally get it.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm glad no one improvised because it was, and there's like a tempo to it. There's like a rhythm to the dialogue. It's
anyway. It's like what people say about The Office.
Yeah.
It's just like hardly anything was improv.
Yeah.
Like 95% of the show, that what was written.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
So good. And, real staffers from the White House served as consultants on the show.
Oh, wow.
That kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
And then lastly, dude, Martin Sheen.
And until you do, you can all get your fat asses out of my White House. CJ, show these people out.
I believe we can find the door.
Find it now.
As a fictional president, this dude, he knew everything.
Yeah.
Always had the fun facts, smartest guy in the room, powerful.
Right.
Anyway, I absolutely love.
Which is opposite of today.
Yeah.
The real thing.
Yeah. And yeah, so the cast was great. It's just one of my favorite shows ever.
Yeah.
Amazing soundtrack.
Cool. I would definitely get into that for sure.
Yeah, I think you would. I really do. You don't have to like know a bunch of stuff. They kind of teach it to you. You know?
Yeah.
But
is it streaming on anything?
Yeah, HBO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got that.
All right.
The old Max.
Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Ooh.
For the honorable mentions.
Okay.
Ready?
Let me hang on. Let me pull this up. And, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Stranger Things.
Go for it. You always win. Yeah.
I put The Office. Even though it's more of a comedy show.
Yeah.
It had a lot of drama with it.
Yeah.
But it's just the way it's shot. It had no audience in the background or whatever. So, but I just put that there just in referencing.
Yeah.
But, no way is it like a top 4 drama. But there is some drama with it. So, like I said, Stranger Things, House of Cards is also in there. That was really good.
Yep.
I put Lost, The Pacific.
Yeah.
ER.
Yeah.
And my last honorable is Mad Men.
My honorables, as mentioned earlier, Ozark, 24, Game of Thrones, The House of the Dragon, Dope Sick, which is a Michael Keaton thing about the opioid crisis, Mayor of Easttown, Mad Men, Narcos, Lonesome Dove, John Adams, and then recently I just watched 4 seasons of Jack Ryan, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. With Jim Halpert.
Jim Halpert?
Yes.
Heck yeah, dude.
Awesome. Absolutely incredible.
I started that series when it first came out, and I just totally forgot about it. So I remember liking it a lot.
I'm gonna list honorables that I've never seen.
Okay.
So these are ones that I've heard are awesome, but I never watched.
Yeah.
And after I'm done, if you have any, say them.
Okay.
But Lost, I never saw Lost.
Okay.
MASH. Obviously, I've seen the episodes, but I've never watched it, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Columbo. Law and Order. Surprisingly, I've never seen one episode.
No, I
but Sarah Carr was like, dude, you would love this. I'm like, well.
Yeah, you probably would.
And then Succession.
Okay.
I saw first couple episodes, I didn't like it, but then people told me, they're like, if you like The Righteous Gemstones, you should try again.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, okay.
All right.
The Americans.
Okay.
The Wire, which I can't believe I've never seen.
Yeah.
Because that's supposed to be, a lot of people will put that in their Rushmore.
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders, True Detective, Justified, and Deadwood. Again, these are all ones that are on my list. I haven't seen them. I just heard people gush about them.
Yeah.
Is there any one that you can think of that
Dexter? I've never seen Dexter.
I didn't love it.
Really?
I
know a lot of people did.
A lot of people did.
Yeah. I never saw that one though.
So now it's time for number 1.
I don't know why I'm looking at it.
Nathan Cooley, your number 1 TV drama of all time.
Numero uno es.
I actually don't know what this is going to be.
Yeah, you do.
This morning, President Truman received the unconditional surrender from the Japanese. War's over.
Band of Brothers, which I thought we were going to match because I know how much you love that series, but I was wrong.
Well, I've seen 2 series since then, and both of them topped it for me.
Okay.
Otherwise, absolutely.
Yeah.
But also, Mount Rushmore is Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
It did make it on my Mount Rushmore.
You know, the funny thing is we didn't talk about what our Rushmore was until, yesterday. I guess we decided on what we were going to do.
Yeah.
But it's funny because Sunday I started watching Band of Brothers because it's on Netflix now.
Before I even asked you?
Before you even asked. So I watched Curry, which, by the way, David Schwimmer, man, I hated you.
Hated him.
No more pain, no more Curry, no more Captain Sobel.
But
he killed
that's
it.
how good of an actor he was,
Killed it.
man. Or he is. And he nailed that. And I was just like, dude, get this mug off the screen because I was so mad at him.
Yeah.
But he made that whole episode just better because, I mean, you had to have the bad guy, or not bad guy, but the troubled guy anyway.
Yeah.
And but man, when he made him, he was like, we're going to have a free day. let's just eat spaghetti. He's like, I like spaghetti. Let's do that. And he's got Winters in the kitchen cooking up spaghetti, and while they're eating, all right, we're gonna hike up the curry. And I was like, oh man,
jerk.
And you know, Winters is just in the kitchen like, you set me up.
Yeah.
So, but he got his in the end.
But he owned him.
Oh,
he owned him, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Band of Brothers is one of those things, like, if a dude is walking by TV and notices Band of Brothers is on the TV, he's going to stop for a second.
Sure.
He may not sit down.
Yeah.
But he's going to stop and say, man, this is the best.
Maybe he's moving between the platoons, sir?
What is the damn hold up, Mr. Sober?
Like,
yeah.
It is the best.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so
amazing,
good.
Dude.
And how old is it? It's
early
over,
2000s.
Yeah,
right?
it's over 20 years old, I think. And just, I mean, Spielberg and Tom Hanks, how can you go wrong?
You can't.
Especially with just Spielberg. But now he's got Tom Hanks with him. I'm just like, okay, you got a winner here.
And they had Stephen Ambrose the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is like one of the best historians ever.
Yeah. And it's so well done. And so I was actually last night I was watching Day of Days. And just like the sheer chaos.
Yeah.
They're just flying into. I was like, they're not even on the ground yet, and they're getting shot at, and planes are blowing up beside them. I was like,
now I'm gonna have to watch it. God, I'm gonna have to watch it again. All right.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna watch it for the 30th time. And I'm going to enjoy every second of it.
And it's on Netflix, so
I actually have it right behind me.
Amazing.
On DVD.
There you go. Boom.
If you can see it.
My number one.
There it is. Right in here somewhere. All right. My turn. By the way, dude, anybody who puts Band of Brothers on the Rushmore is a friend of mine.
Yep. JT's number one is...
My number one is... Dude, now that I've seen the show, for me, it's not even close. This is the greatest show I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Hands down. And that is The Sopranos.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Gabriela says we're down here for the gabagool.
The gabagool.
The gabagool.
We had sandwiches brought in the other night. 4 with ham, salami, gabagool.
He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator.
Paul, you want anything?
They got any just coffee?
Our cafe du jour is New Zealand peaberry.
Right on.
Just.
I need to watch that.
It's so raw and authentic and Italian and like cigars everywhere, Italian food everywhere, Italian accents, you know.
I love it. Love the culture.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a comedy, but it is.
Right.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Great cast. Great cast names.
Oh, my gosh.
Paulie Walnuts. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And then my favorite, obviously, is James Gandolfini, who is Tony Soprano. And like, literally, The Sopranos are not The Sopranos without him.
Did you know that an Italian invented the telephone?
Alexander Graham Bell was Italian?
You see what I'm talking? Antonio Meucci invented the telephone, and he got robbed. Everybody knows that. The Bank of America. You ever heard of it? One of the biggest banks in the world. Started by an Italian. More Italians fought for this country in World War II than any other ethnic group. And I won't tell you about Sacco Vanzetti either. And of course, Francis Albert.
He is
for sure
the show.
Yeah.
But all the supporting characters, like Silvio, is actually Steven Van Zandt from the E Street Band.
Oh, really?
He's Bruce Springsteen's guitar player.
Oh, yeah.
This dude, okay, this is the coolest story. Not an actor.
Yeah.
He's just not.
Right.
He's a guitar player.
Yeah.
He gave a speech. He gave the Hall of Fame speech for the band The Rascals.
Okay.
The director of The Sopranos saw his Hall of Fame speech and is like, that guy's, he's got to be in my show.
Oh, wow.
And I have it here, and you'll see exactly. So this is him giving the speech before The Sopranos.
Loretta Gorgonzola, she was so beautiful. She had everything. She had brains. She had everything. And we're there, you know, just her mother was out, and we're really starting to communicate, you know, and all of a sudden, I Ain't Gonna Eat Out My Heart Anymore comes on the radio. I just stopped. She says, what's wrong? What's wrong? She wasn't even there anymore. I couldn't even, it was, I don't know how else to describe it. It was the sexiest record I have ever heard in my life.
So he did this whole speech, and you can tell he's super, like, mafia.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sounding or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he became Silvio.
Wow.
On the show. And, like, this show also was
he on the show a lot?
Oh, main character.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, he wasn't the main character, but he was.
Right.
He was definitely part of the crew.
Wow.
And
that's amazing.
I
need to watch
this show. Was great, too, because it was early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it was very raw, which was refreshing. Like, it's not even close to politically correct.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't even think about that.
Right.
And it was great.
Yeah.
It was raw.
Yeah.
You know, and like, and then the thing I was going to say too, when we talked about Breaking Bad. So from my research, it appears that Tony Soprano was the first true anti-hero.
Oh, okay.
He was the one who invented that Walter White kind of person.
Sure.
The person where you're like, this guy's terrible.
Yeah.
But man, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
Why am I rooting for this guy?
Yeah.
He's like, you know, murdering people, sleeping around with his wife, like, mean to his kids, like, but you're like, I love him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think you maybe just saw a bunch of potential in him.
Yeah. Potential. He's like, he's got control of pretty much every situation that comes his way. You know, it's just like every dude likes control.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
So you just want to be that guy,
dude,
in certain realms. Anyway,
I promise you, The Sopranos is. I swear to you, it is one of the greatest things you ever watch.
Yeah,
it is better than any mafia movie.
I need to watch it.
It is just, and a lot of the mafia movies, the actors in them ended up being in The Sopranos anyway.
Oh,
well, there you have it. I now want to go watch all these shows because they were just that good.
I definitely want to watch Sopranos because for you to put that over top of Band of Brothers,
I personally would put it over the top of anything I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it was. I'm telling you, it was unbelievable.
Yeah,
like
it's a lot of people's favorites.
It
sure.
It was, and this is on. Obviously, it's on HBO because that's what it originally aired on.
Yeah,
but well, that's it, man.
Cool.
We did it.
Yes,
we did it.
We saved the dramas.
For the mamas.
For our mamas. And y'all's mamas, too.
That's true. Well,
it's not even Mother's Day.
Y'all be good. Go binge some TV, but don't get fired from your job.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
It's the Twerk Ethics Show. It's the Twerk